Before I release a series of videos covering a list of topics such as how to copy movies, as well as a review of DVD and Blu-ray copy software, let's first answer the age-old question: is it legal to make copies of DVDs and Blu-ray discs that you have legally purchased? The following is just my opinion and should not be construed as legal advice.
Violet, baby, don't you sign anything there. What's this all about?
Standard form of contract.
Don't talk to me about contracts, Wonka. I use them myself. They're strictly for suckers.
Yes, but you wouldn't begrudge me a little protection. I'd be robbed.
First, it's important that you know some of the terms if you want to understand the subject. Here are the terms you need to know. First, file format. A file format is a standard way that information is encoded for storage as a computer file. You can think of these files as containers that hold the video, audio, subtitles all in one file, making them very convenient to store and manage. The main file types include MP4, MKV, MOV, AVI, video file formats. These are three digital file extensions you see after a period in the movie file name. For example, topgun.mp4. You need to also understand the difference between lossy and lossless formats. Video files that have compression lose some of their quality and are called lossy formats. On the other hand, you can also have files that have no compression and are called lossless file formats. Just as a fun fact, the MP4 standard was created by the Moving Picture Experts Group, MPEG, first released in 1998, and in 2001, MPEG-4 begins the fourth version. MP4 is considered a lossy format because the video always has minimal to major compression based on the settings used when creating the file, even if you choose to use lossless audio. MKV is an open source format that stands for Matryoshka Video. Matryoshka is also the name of the Russian nesting dolls, which it's named after, developed in 2002, and is a format that can hold an unlimited number of video, audio, picture. Yes, there are other formats, but these are two of the main ones that are used for copying movies today. So, which of these formats should you choose for your movie collection? The MP4 format provides backward compatibility, better compression capabilities, and a wide range of support for most platforms. But if you prefer video quality over convenience, then MKV format is the way to go. Now, I know many of you with unlimited storage space will say copying your movies to an ISO file is the way to go. ISO stands for International Standardization Organization, ISO, a digital file that is an exact copy of an optical disc such as a CD, DVD, or a Blu-ray. ISO files are also known as ISO images. If you have unlimited space and want an exact copy with no loss of quality, ISO would be the way to go. The next term is convert. Converting content from video, DVD, or Blu-ray from one file format to another file format is converting. An example of this would be converting a DVD to a digital MP4 file, or if you were converting a digital MP4 file to a different digital file format, such as MKV, all converting. RIP, or ripping, is specifically converting content from a video, DVD, or Blu-ray to a digital format such as a digital MP4 or MKV file, and is called ripping. The term copy is to make an exact replica of the original in the same original format, like copying a DVD to another DVD so that it is an exact duplicate. To burn, or burning, is the process of copying data from your computer to a DVD using a laser disc drive in your computer. Now, with these terms in mind, Title 17 of the United States Code says it is illegal to reproduce a copyrighted work. So you may have wondered if it is legal to rip or copy a DVD or Blu-ray for personal use. It is illegal in a technical sense. However, most government agencies do not focus on what people do offline at home for their personal use. For obvious reasons, the government's main concern is people who redistribute copies of copyrighted works. So then, when is DVD ripping legal? If you create your own content on DVDs that are not copies of copyrighted work, ripping is completely legal. This is because the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, or DMCA, prohibits circumventing technological measures that control access to works protected under the DMCA. Private ripping for personal use is illegal, but is very difficult to enforce and is relatively unmonitored. Even though ripping is often used to shift formats, to edit, duplicate, or back up media content, it is still considered illegal. Congress has outlawed tools that get around the copy protection on DVDs and Blu-rays. But the real focus is on video piracy, which is the illegal copying and distribution or sales of copyrighted video content without the owner's permission. This includes streaming copyrighted videos online without permission, downloading copyrighted videos without proper licensing, or selling counterfeit video content. One of the best examples of all this is the case of Disney versus VidAngel in 2016. This is a very recent case where the law was upheld. Disney won its case against VidAngel on multiple grounds, including copyright infringement. Disney and other studios sued VidAngel for copyright infringement and violating the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. Secondly, the Family Movie Act of 2005 does not apply to VidAngel because VidAngel streamed from ripped master files, not authorized copies. And lastly, the technological protection measures. The DMCA's anti-circumvention provision covers the technological protection measures on DVDs and Blu-ray discs that VidAngel circumvented. So, in December 2016, the United States District Court of the Central District of California issued a preliminary injunction against VidAngel, and VidAngel eventually settled the case with Disney and Warner Brothers for $9.9 million over 14 years. So in conclusion, because the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, DMCA, prohibits circumventing technological measures that control access to works protected under the DMCA, it is not legal to make copies of DVDs and Blu-ray discs that you have legally purchased, even for backup purposes. Though I personally don't agree with the law and think it should not apply to converting movies for personal use and backups, here we are nonetheless. So if all these DVD and Blu-ray ripping software companies are specifically designed to do just this, circumvent the encryption and rip movies into digital format, how do they get away with it? First off, they're very upfront about the fact that to use the software to rip and copy copyrighted movies is illegal. Everyone knows they can do it, so they don't advertise that they can. They list their software as simply a tool for ripping and converting videos and movies that are legally allowed to be ripped and copied under the law. They know that while private ripping for personal use is illegal, it is also very difficult to enforce and is relatively unmonitored, so they leave it at buyer beware. In my following tutorials, I'll review these different DVD and Blu-ray copying softwares from the standpoint of how to legally use them to rip and make copies of your movies and videos that you know do not violate the DMCA, which I'm sure has never crossed your mind. The reality is that no matter how great a video we make, you hold the key to our success. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.